What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Blank Online here today to chat with you more about some Call of Duty Warzone. And today, ladies and gentlemen, is Happy Warzone Day. It's finally out. March 10 actually came to be. It was actually the date that it was going to be released. Warzone's here. It's on our systems. If you have Modern Warfare already, it's about a 22 gigabyte download to update the game to install Warzone. If you don't own Modern Warfare, don't worry, because you can still play the Battle Royale. Warzone is a free to play, free to download Battle Royale for everyone, everywhere. It's cross-play, so it doesn't matter what platform your friends are playing on. You can play with your mates no matter if they have PC, Xbox One, PS4, it doesn't even matter. Now, for the people who don't own Modern Warfare, the download's about 80 to 100 gigabytes. I haven't seen the exact figure just yet, but it's around 80 to 100 gigabytes. It's a massive file size, yes, I know, but keep in mind, you are downloading all the Modern Warfare assets. You're downloading the whole Warzone map, which is why it's 100 gigabytes. So, if you don't know Modern Warfare yet, that's what you're in for. But what I want to do here in this video is to go through my initial thoughts on Warzone. I've played a couple games, so I wanted to have sort of like a fresh opinion on it, and then we'll go through like in later videos and break it down and experience new things and all that sort of stuff. So my initial first thoughts of Warzone: it's fun. This game mode, this Battle Royale is actually fun. Now, one of the things, I'll start off with the negatives so we can just talk about positives. One of the things that I found really hard is finding a game. Now, that might be just because there's so many people jumping on Warzone and I guess the servers can't really handle it or something like that, or I'm not too sure what's going on. But I found it really, really hard to find a game. Like in between games, I'd see myself sitting there for maybe like 5 minutes at max is at one point that I was waiting for, and that's not necessarily something you want to see. There's 150 players on the map, which means there's 150 slots for you to fill up. So I'm not too sure why it's taking 5 minutes for me to find a match. I hope it gets resolved soon once Infinity Ward figures out the kinks and all that sort of stuff in terms of the servers. But that's one thing that I found when I was initially starting that wasn't really my cup of tea. The other thing is also to do with connection. When I'm in the game, I found I don't know what it is, and I see a lot of people on Twitter like experiencing this as well. There's random points in the game where your lag will just spike. And it's like you're on a 1 bar kind of connection when I know my connection is 100% fine. So that was weird as well. And again, it's probably down to the servers receiving an influx of players. Like there's heaps of people jumping on this right now, downloading the client, downloading the update, playing the game. Like there's heaps of things going on. So I guess we can give Infinity Ward a pass there and hope it gets resolved as I guess the hype dies down a little bit and we can properly play the game mode. But I think that's really all the negatives that I have with Warzone. That's the only proper negatives. There are some concerns I have, and I'll get into the concerns right now. There are kill streaks in this game mode. Now, money and plunder is a massive thing in the Battle Royale, and I'll get more in depth with that in a future video because this is just my initial thoughts. But money is a massive thing, and with that money you can go into supply stations and you can buy kill streaks, UAVs, precision airstrikes, cluster strikes. My only concern is that are kill streaks going to be super duper OP as you get into the game? How is Infinity Ward going to balance the amount of money you get to the amount it costs to get those kill streaks? I think like a UAV is about $4,000, and I'm not too sure about like your precision airstrike and that sort of stuff because I only really bought a UAV when I played. But is it going to be a system that I guess, I don't know, is it going to be OP, especially when you get into that final circle and it's always closing in and all that sort of stuff? Is it going to be OP for you to just fire down a cluster strike or a precision airstrike when the circle's already so tight? That's one of my concerns, and I hope like as I play more and that sort of stuff, those concerns sort of die down a little bit. But I'm interested to see how that all develops. Now let's talk about positives, because I don't really have any other concerns. Let's talk about positives. The looting system in this game mode, I really like it. I like it a lot more than Blackout. Now, if you've watched my videos on Warzone, you know that when I talk about the looting system and when I compare it to Blackout, I hated the Blackout looting system. Like, there were so many things to pick up, so many things to be conscious about, and it just it was annoying because you had your inventory and you had a certain amount you could have in your inventory, and it pissed me off. It pissed me off just to be like, oh, I need 7.62 NATO ammo for this assault rifle. Like, I don't fucking care. Just label it assault rifle ammo and fucking give it to me. So the thing that I really like here about Warzone is that you just pick it up, like ammo, grenades. You just pick it up. It's not like you need to look at it, hold square, and pick it up like every single item in Blackout. Here in Warzone, as long as you have it equipped, like your grenades and that sort of stuff, you just pick it up, which I really, really like. The other thing I really like here in Warzone as well is how they differentiate how good a gun is based on like common, uncommon, legendary, rare. I fucking love that shit because it lets me know what weapons are good and what weapons I want to be holding with me throughout the whole time. The problem I had with Blackout is that it wasn't as accessible to other people as it was to me in terms of weapons. I know what the best weapons are in Black Ops 4, but everyone playing Blackout might not know because they might be an exclusive Blackout player. What I like here in Warzone is that it clearly states what weapons are better than others. You have your M13, but then you can have your M13 uncommon, or your M13 rare, which has a couple attachments, or your M13 legendary, which has a lot of attachments and it's like a super crazy powerful weapon, which I really, really like. I like how they did that, and I'm glad that they did that as well, because if we had a system in Blackout like for looting where we had to constantly be thinking, do I have 7.62 NATO ammo, like dude, that will just fucking kill it. It makes the game fast paced, it makes it easier to loot, and I like that because you don't want to be fucking looting for ages. You don't want to go through your whole game looting. You want to get in, drop on your spot, get your shit, and go on. Like it just makes the game a lot faster, and that's my next point as well. The Warzone is not as slow as multiplayer, which is a fucking positive, right? I was so concerned with the size of the map, with the 150 players, that it was gonna be a slow, tedious battle royale, but it's really not. Like once you jump in, you're running around, you're grabbing your loot, you're doing your shit, and then you move from point to point depending on where the circle goes. Like I'm super glad that it's not a slow, tactical bullshit battle royale. I'm glad it's fast paced. I'm glad it doesn't take itself too seriously, and I really like that about this Warzone game mode. Another positive that I have here is they took the ping system from Apex Legends, which I really, really like, and I'm glad that they did that because it makes it so easy to communicate with people who you're not in a party with. Like this gameplay you're seeing here right now, it's just a squad full of randoms and we're pinging around, we're doing our thing, and it makes it so much easier to communicate that way, and I'm glad that they brought that system from those other games and from Fortnite and Apex and that sort of stuff here into Warzone, which I'm really, really happy about. The other thing, and this is my final point, I really like how they tied progression here. I'm super duper glad that they tied progression here in Warzone with the multiplayer. I'm glad that the level's the same. I'm glad that the battle pass is the same, because if they were different, I'd be so fucking pissed off. Like it'd be so annoying to like have two different sets of progression. It'd piss me off. So I'm glad that Infinity Ward decided with this. I'm glad that the leveling is the same, the battle pass progression is the same, and I'm super, super happy they did that. And in terms of XP you get per game, I was getting around 20,000-ish XP per game. If you get more kills than I would have and that sort of stuff, it all adds up in that as well. Looting gives you XP. Like there's a bunch of different actions you can do in the game that give you XP that you may not know gives you XP. So you look at around 20,000, so long as you survive long enough. Obviously, if you die like first up, you're not going to get 20,000 XP. But in this game particular that you're watching, I won't spoil it, but we got pretty far, and it was about 20,000 XP at the end. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool there. And we got double XP going on right now. So in this first initial Warzone week, we've got a whole week of double XP, double weapon XP, and double tiers. And I'm super keen because I'm gonna be fucking playing the shit out of this game mode because I really, really like it. Initially, like my initial thoughts of playing the game, I really like it, and I like it a lot better than I like the multiplayer. Which, oh, like you guys don't understand how happy that makes me feel to say those words. because I was on a low when it came to the multiplayer here in Modern Warfare. But seeing that I actually like this Battle Royale, dude, I'm so fucking keen to get into this more, play with my friends, live stream it, make more videos for you guys. Like, oh man, I'm so excited for this game mode. And yeah, dude, it's fucking awesome. If you haven't jumped onto it yet, and you have Modern Warfare and you own Modern Warfare, do the update, play the game mode. Let me know what you guys think. I'd love to see what you guys think about this game mode, because personally, coming from a place where I didn't like Modern Warfare and playing this, I really like Warzone. And if you guys haven't played Modern Warfare, if you're new and you're coming here, this is your first video watching of mine, and you've just played a couple games of Warzone, I want to know what you guys think. I want to see a new perspective on this all, because I feel like most of my subscribers are coming from a perspective of, we've already played Modern Warfare, so this is like fresh for us. But I'd love to see it from a different perspective, and see what people who have never played Modern Warfare and experienced that shit has, I guess, like their opinions on this game and that sort of stuff. So I'd love to hear that as well. Leave a like if you like this video. As I said, comment all your thoughts down below. Click subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my Warzone videos. We'll be going through the Gulag, we'll be going through Plunder, we'll be going through money, we'll be going through everything to do with this Warzone game mode, explaining it, letting you guys know my thoughts on it. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out.